Good evening. Happy Sunday, guys. Appreciate everyone being here. We're going to get started here in just a minute. Should be a fun show tonight. Should be a fun show tonight. All right, here we go. Right there. Hey guys, good evening. Good evening. Happy Sunday. What's going on? It is 7 o'clock, 7:01. I got 7:01 right here. And we're going to be talking about the Moore Expo tonight. So, special shout out to folks in green text in the chat. YouTube channel members. I saw Tom in there pretty early. KB8DXN, good evening. Ron, KN4ZVU, was in there earlier. Andy, KJ4JKA. Let's see. Radio Wayne in Texas was in there. KT4EM Roy. Who else is in there? Let's see. Ron, W6RBI, good evening. The Portable Ham is in there. WB7OUT, 45 Auto, PRK Radio. Jason Perez. Let's see. I think I got... who else? Melvin, good evening. Two-Way Radio GMRS. Two Ways Radio GMRS. Well, hey, thanks for joining tonight. Ed, AC3IK, good evening. So, and there's Glenn with the... what's become the normal super chat. So thanks, Glenn. Glenn seems to kick off the super chats most nights. So appreciate you guys. Appreciate that, Glenn. And everyone who follows suit. Nose itches. Okay, so I don't know what the deal was. So I had emailed with Chris, the head honcho over at Moore Expo, a few weeks ago, and I assume something came up because he has not joined my he hadn't joined my Zoom yet. So I emailed him yesterday to confirm, didn't get a reply. So I'm without a guest tonight. So I see Digital Rancher, Grayman Poda, and Kyle in the chat. You guys open up your Zoom and join me real quick. Frank should be here in a minute. He was finishing up his live stream. I did talk to him earlier. He said he was joining me. So we're just going to get in here and talk about what our plans are for Moore Expo. How's that? Andy, I called your call sign wrong because that's not a call sign. KJ7KAPKVL is not a call sign. So, you know, I don't know. I can't read that, I guess. What's up, Izzo? There's Frank. Okay. All right. We're going to get in here real quick and change over here. Right there. Hey, man. What's up?
Much? We live?
We are live.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me get straightened up here. We drinking?
Yeah.
What are we drinking?
Sure, yeah.
Are we drinking good stuff?
I don't drink any bad stuff. Not anymore. I used to drink bad
Hold
stuff.
on. I get some of this out of the helmet here.
Oh, gosh.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Just
yeah.
sitting on the ground.
Yes. Yeah.
When I made that
Jeez.
short, the most comment was that real whiskey you were pouring on the table? And I was like, of course it is. I'm not going to spoof that for that gentleman to come on just to say I put fake whiskey in it. No,
Yeah.
sirree.
Right. Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. What's up, Rob?
Hey, you guys.
Hey.
Hey, did something happen? Are we just
So I was telling the audience before you joined, Frank. So I emailed Chris like maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, something like that, and I said, "Hey, I want to bring you back on. We did this last year." And I was like, "Here's 3 dates." I don't remember what the 3 dates were, but he came back and he said the 22nd sounds great. I can do that. He's like, "Okay, cool." And I put it on the calendar. I said, "Let's mark it down, and we'll see you on here on that day." That was probably 3 or 4 weeks ago. And so I emailed him yesterday to confirm, and he never replied. So I don't know if he doesn't check his email on the weekends or maybe something came up. And so I haven't heard from him. He hasn't joined Zoom. I sent him the Zoom link, and I don't know. So
I usually follow up a week beforehand because of that.
I think that's too long.
That is, I had a couple people who did
still
that.
Still gives you plenty of time to forget about it in a week. I usually do a day or two, and quite frankly, it's rarely an issue. So
let me get that.
He probably had something come up, and that's okay. No worries. We're going to talk about...
Did his car break down, then he had to walk 300 miles to get back home?
Well, it could be, Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah, it does happen. A whole book series about that. So
there's the joke. Yeah.
Now I know what you're talking about.
I know.
Well, I was thinking you were talking about that song at I had to walk 300 miles song.
No,
the Proclaimers.
Yeah, it's stuck in my head now, and I don't. It only bits and pieces. A small thread is what's in there now.
Hey, while we're kind of hanging here for a minute, Frank, did you see what I sent you on Instagram?
Instacrack.
Did you see what I sent you?
No, I haven't been on Instagram. Hold on, let me. The other computer
this is
has
probably
that
old news, but I was so excited when I saw it.
Rob, I'm pretty sure you're on the wrong microphone.
Okay.
I mean, it sounds fine, but it sounds like a little echoey in the room.
Now that song stuck in my head. 100 miles to.
Huh?
Looks like I'm on the right mic.
Okay.
I wonder if I'm getting some feedback.
Oh, Firefly?
Yeah.
I know of this. I didn't see it from you, but I know of this.
Oh, you're talking about the animated web series?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you why I told my brother about this. He's excited, and a couple of my friends are excited. There have been so many Firefly announcements that I've gotten, and nothing has came out of it. I've gotten jaded or unbelieving about it. So I'll believe it when I see the first episode. But I'm excited.
But look what I sent you, right? It's the whole cast talking about it.
I know.
Yeah,
and this is the most Facebook promising
the other day
of it. But I am going to be skeptical until I see that first episode.
Thank you.
I've been hurt before. I've been hurt before.
Frank does not need to be hurt.
Nope, does not.
Frank
I heard the same thing though. But...
Pretty fragile when it comes to
Firefly. Don't you put that mojo out there, Frank? We want positive thoughts only.
Right.
Who's your favorite Firefly character, Frank?
Jean. All right. Since you said that, I'll be right back.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what y'all did to him. All right.
Do you have a Jane hat?
I don't know. I've actually never seen Firefly.
Never? Oh my gosh.
No, it was one of those. It was one of those shows that I was gonna go watch, and then they canceled it after 1 season, right? And I'm like, I just kind of never. And I know it was hugely popular. I know a lot of the guys I used to work with in IT, they all loved it, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but I don't want to go watch a show and fall in love with it and just have it end. So I'm just like,
Well, that was the problem.
Yeah. So, all right. So Moore Expo is.
I'll tell you that I'm a fan without telling you I'm a fan. You ready?
We're
all right, Frank. Go ahead.
Yep. You nailed it.
Oh.
Yeah. I figured it was the hat.
Not only I got the hat, my mommy made it for me.
Perfect.
All right. Moore Expo is April 17th and 18th, Springfield, Missouri. And we've been. I think this is my 6th year. I think. I can't remember. it might be my 5th year, but I know it's, let's see, we all went together for the last 2 years, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And then I was there with Shane and Kyle the year before that. And then it was, so no, this is my 5th year then. This is my 5th year. Because I went by myself the first year, but I emailed Kyle and I'm like, hey, you're in Missouri. This is in Missouri. So he came out and he got like a hotel room. And I think that's where he saw camper or hiker trailers for the first time. And now he owns one. so I helped him spend that money. But
you are an influencer, Jason.
Yeah, I guess. But then we went back the second year and we got there kind of late, and we had to camp on the downhill slope, and I
missed that one.
Yeah, it was
that downhill slope. Oh.
Yeah, it was a little bit weird sleeping at night, but it wasn't too bad. I slept okay.
You talking over those 2 rows closest to the fairgrounds?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
yeah. So, but that was the year that Shane and I caravanned out there that year, and we were on. He was in his Toyota, and I was in my truck, of course, and we were talking on 652 the whole time, and we actually caught some traffic around the middle of Oklahoma somewhere. And some guy comes on and he's like, hey guys, I've been listening to you guys for like the last 20 minutes and just hadn't been able to reach you, but I've been hearing you. And we talked to him. He goes, man, it's great to hear people on 652. So that was fun to do a caravan on 652 and then just, kind of keep it going for like a 6-hour drive. Not all in the same place, obviously, but it worked out well. And I wish Shane would come back, but he hadn't been back since that one time.
And he's basically doing hot air balloon stuff, right?
I know it. Yeah. I know.
I thought you were going to say that stranger in Oklahoma turned out to be a KD5 FMU.
No, no, it was not Freddie Mac. We were, I think he's a little bit farther west than we were that time. But this is a great show. I first learned about this show. I went to the Overland Expo East in Virginia with Gigaparts, I think that was 6 years ago. And someone at that show told me about the Moore Expo, and I looked at, I'm like, oh, it's only a 6-hour drive, and for somebody living in Texas, 6 hours is not far. But they said that they're like, I think they give ham radio classes at the Moore Expo, and I'm like, oh, really? So that's one of the reasons that kind of piqued my interest on it. But that wasn't actually, I think maybe at some point in the past they've done that, but the first couple years I was here, they asked me to present, and I did a ham radio, GMRS, CB radio kind of presentation thing. And but they don't give actual ham radio classes, but every year, you guys will confirm what I'm saying here. Every year we go there and we met Hector last year for the first time. Every year we go there, we meet someone new who's like, "Oh yeah, I'm a ham," and I'm like, "Well, where's your radio? I didn't bring it," that kind of thing. So if you go to Moore Expo, bring your HT and monitor 652. That's where we'll all be. We're going to do 6.52 activity at Moore Expo in a month. So, but if you're in the Missouri area, around Springfield, something like that, be a great show to attend. So it's Friday and Saturday, and everybody camps Saturday night. They get up Sunday morning and they leave. And I've had a lot of fun with it. It's been one of my favorite times, just camping experiences and whatnot for the last couple years.
Yeah, it really is a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't think parking or camping in a parking lot could be that much fun.
Yeah.
But it's a blast. We have a great time.
Yeah.
Every year I've been, I think this will be my third or fourth, or it's rained. At least part of it.
Yeah.
It's rained.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I don't remember it raining 2 years ago. It was cold.
Well,
Yeah,
2 years ago it was freezing. Like I wasn't prepared for that.
I
bought a new sleeping bag, and we went to Walmart and got some Under Armour and stuff for me. I was like, yeah, that was ridiculous.
that was the year that the gazebo saved the day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we were all gathered up there with the heater.
Who has that picture? Kyle took it. of all of our shadows projected onto the back of the gazebo.
Oh, I took that picture.
Oh,
I kind of forgot about that one.
that was so cool
one.
of a picture.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can find it here real quick.
So,
actually,
Paul was there last year.
You know, it's Moore Expo. It's Moore Expo that kind of brought us all together, or brought me together with you guys, where I was. The first year that I went was that 2 years ago. So this will be my third year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Prior to that, I'd been going to the Bronco Super Celebration in Townsend, Tennessee, which was that same weekend. And I was watching your live stream. I was doing the Overlanding for Fun YouTube channel, but not anything in ham radio. And I was watching, and you were doing this stream about a month out.
Really?
And you said something along the lines of, I think amateur radio is going to blow up in the overlanding community. And that's what I piped in. I'm like, hey, I'm an overlander, and
nice.
And I think I met up with the core of this group at Dayton for the first time, because I wasn't able to go to Moore Expo that year because I had already scheduled to go to down to Townsend for the Bronco Super Celebration.
Okay.
So the following year I went, and this now will be my third year going to Moore. Not that I didn't want to go. Like I said, it just other obligations with the Bronco and the rollout of the Bronco and everything with Ford and all that fun marketing stuff that they were doing. So
understandable.
It's been fun, and yeah, that first year was a little chilly.
Yeah,
and
it wasn't that cold last year.
No, and I remember Bill, because Bill flies in,
right,
and so we were bringing stuff for Bill. Kyle brought a tent, and I think Bill brought a sleeping bag, but it was a lightweight sleeping bag. And if I remember right, he took my heater so he could stay warm. There we go. Oh, look there. There's the Bronco.
Hold on a second. Let me put that up here.
Do you want to tell Paul to come on in? Because he's been to Moore several times.
Yeah, Paul, you're welcome to come in as well.
Yeah.
Pin that. Okay. All right. There we go.
Yes.
There we go.
Oh yeah. Okay. I kind of forgot about that picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing that catches my eye is look at all the RFI around us. I mean, look at all those.
Yes.
That's why no one's operating
and those,
on HF.
I mean, we the year that Shane went with us, he set up a 7300 and he found a guy talking on AM. I think it was 20 meter AM, and we held a conversation with that dude for like 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And he was calling CQ on AM and talking on AM, and we went in there and made contact with him, and that was fun. But I mean, that was in the middle of that RFI. But yeah, it's not great. Mm-hmm. It's okay, but it's not great.
It's challenging.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's up, Bill?
Hey, Bill.
Bill.
You're muted.
I know. How's my audio?
That's okay.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's Bill.
Just low, okay?
Yeah, that's good.
It's better.
That's better?
That's better. Yeah.
Tim, you are absolutely right, man. Forever, you have my thanks. That heater saved my butt.
Man, it was, I'm going to guess it dropped down. It wasn't below freezing, but I'm betting it was in the 30s that night.
Mid-30s, probably.
Mid-30s, yeah.
Tim let me use his heater for the whole trip, and I'm telling you, I would have suffered without it.
I always bring
guess what I bought the next year?
A heater.
Yeah.
I usually travel when it's cold like that. I'll bring a 0 degree bag. I'd rather unzip it and be warm than cold. So I had a good enough bag that wasn't a big deal for me.
Yeah. Well, the first diesel heater I ever owned, I bought at Moore Expo that year. The year that which year was that? I think that was the year. Yeah, I think that was the year that that Shane and Kyle and I were there. I think that was it. And I had my Gazelle tent with me, and it was getting cold that night. I was like, I've been wanting to get one anyway, so I went and bought a diesel heater. And it worked fine. I didn't have any diesel. I borrowed some diesel from my buddy Justin. And I hope Justin's there this year because he didn't make it last year. But it ran out of diesel in the middle of the night, like 2:30. I woke up freezing. And that's the one I took home and I put it in the garage for a year and a half and never used it. And when I took it out again to use it, it didn't work. So I sold it on Facebook. I was like, this doesn't work. Here's the error code. If you want it, come get it. I think I sold it for like $20 or something like that. But I've got 2 better diesel heaters now. So I'll probably bring one of them. I don't know which one yet, but I still haven't used that one we bought at the show last year, Rob. Or I bought. Did you buy that one too?
No, I didn't buy that. That looks like an awesome heater, though.
It really does, yeah. Yeah, I had a company send me the Wipro heater from Amazon, and I used that in a camping trip in February, I think it was. And I have a video about that I haven't posted yet, but it's out there. And that
I saw it.
I posted it to my channel members, but it is that thing I ran that half of the night, and it's got I think it's got a 4-liter tank, which I think is about 2 gallons, if I'm not mistaken. It's got a 2-gallon tank, however many liters, but it's measured in liters, however many liters 2 gallons is. I filled it halfway, ran it half the night, and it was down less than half. So in other words, very fuel efficient. Could easily run that all night on a full tank of diesel. So I wouldn't mind if it's cold at night this year. If it gets warm and it's nice during the day and it gets cold at night and I have to run my heater, I'm kind of looking forward to using it again. So we'll see. Although it's later in April this year than it has been, so maybe we're in for a little bit of warmer weather, but who knows?
I won't mind if Freddie brings his antifreeze. One bottle per night. We didn't need diesel heaters that first night.
That is true. Yeah,
I just put that in the chat.
The larceny antifreeze.
Yeah.
Freddie, the 2-liter whiskey guy.
Yep, he was. Freddie Mac's in the chat right now. So
Freddie Mac, he's camping this year too. He's in a tent.
No more cousin Eddie,
right.
man. I'm gonna miss that coffee stop in the morning.
Well, we'll get that coffee thing figured out.
Okay, so 4 liters is 1 gallon, so it's an 8-liter because it's a 2-gallon. I figured this out because I had 1.5 gallons of diesel fuel in my 2-gallon Rotopack on my truck. So I filled up the diesel heater, and I left a little bit in the Rotopack, and the diesel heater was halfway full. So a gallon filled the diesel heater about halfway, and I can't because it's in freaking liters. I don't know. But so I guess it was 4 liters. It filled it 4 liters. So it used less than 2 liters running most of the night, which is very fuel efficient. So it's an 8-liter tank. But thanks. I don't do math on live streams.
Math on stream, man. Metric math.
Conversions.
Take a big chance, buddy.
We use freedom units,
That's
gallons.
Right, yeah.
What is this liters?
I know it.
Putting liters in my gas tank. I put gallons in my gas tank.
Is Bill flying in again or what?
Negative.
No.
Negative. That'll be right before my surgery, and I'm gonna be driving.
All right.
You're gonna drive. Okay.
I'll actually get to use my own Gazelle for the first time.
Nice.
Right.
Not gonna pull the trailer?
Oh gosh, no.
We had the com shack and everything.
No, I'm very fond of this thing, and even though I know better, I haven't built it to move. So and when I move it, things go flying, and I just don't have a designer's mind. I will eventually get there, but I'm going to move it and store it at an undisclosed location in Texas while I'm having my surgery. And that is when I'm on my way back from that, I'm going to get to Moore.
Okay.
So I will
be
in my pickup with I do have the awning, and I have the awning and a Gazelle, so we can use the awning to set up part of the social area. Hey Rob, are you bringing that big ass
Taj Mahal?
I absolutely can.
How the hell do you think he's going to stand up in anything else?
Yeah.
I didn't know how to describe it any other way. It's a big.
It's the beast.
It's a beast. It is.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's a big old pop-up. Yeah, I'll bring that if we've got room. I'll bring that.
It should. Well, we should have room because we're going to be one person short this year.
Yeah.
Who's not coming?
That guy right
Frank. Frank.
I had something 2 weeks ago. I had something happen, and I'm not going for health reasons.
All right.
So, Frank, I saw somebody asked you in the chat about beans.
Yeah.
And I actually thought about that yesterday. I'm like, hold on a second.
He can make his beans.
You can make your beans and give them to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Kyle has been certified to reheat those beans on site.
Frank, that'll be your salute to us.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is the spicy level up to me?
Don't you be like
fine with me, dude.
As long as you
because the way you cooked them last time, a lot of stews and beans and things like that, I feel they taste better. Sometimes pizza too tastes better the next day. And
I think they really mellowed, or not mellowed. They like what
the flavors enhanced.
Marinated,
There's a technical
marinated.
There's a technical term. It's called trizzolating.
Trizzolating.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me how many pounds.
You know what I'm talking about.
And you'll have them.
Sounds
You've
made
heard
up.
that term before, haven't you? Trizzolate?
No, that sounds made up. But I don't know.
No.
Frank, we appreciate you.
It's a real term.
1 pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds, 4 pounds.
How much did you bring to Orlando?
I think 2. I think it was 2 pounds.
Okay. That's probably good because there's going to be less people around the campfire eating than there was in Orlando, because Orlando we had quite the crew.
Yeah.
So I would say that's probably good.
Okay.
I think everybody was scared of him in Orlando.
We're going to think of you anyway, Frank, but we'll really think of you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we didn't have enough to go around in Orlando just because we had so many people around, which is a good problem to have.
Yeah.
But we won't have that many people around the campsite.
The beans will make their appearance, and I won't be there. So they'll be my good placeholder, and y'all can curse me as the night goes on.
Yeah, that's all right.
We all have our own separate quarters. So, unless it's really loud.
Right.
Salutes.
Yeah.
Loud salutes. Won't be a problem.
Bill, where did you say you were going to Moore from Texas?
One or the other. I haven't figured out.
Okay.
Work has got this third-party janky corporation. I'm sorry if you work there, that handles leaves, and they got it all twisted around. It's funny. I won't get into it, but a doctor thinks like a doctor, an administrator thinks like an administrator, and a third party thinks like a third party. They tend to think like lawyers, and they've got it all janked up. The wrong days. They got me out tomorrow. There's no reason for me to be out tomorrow, and I'm hoping they change it because I want to work up until the last minute.
Yeah.
But I haven't quite figured it out, but it's going to happen one way or the other.
Okay. Well, if you are driving back to Missouri from Texas, plan your route to come through North Texas around Tuesday or Wednesday, because we'll leave out of here Wednesday morning, and I don't know what Paul. I don't know when Paul's leaving, but Robert and I will leave out of here Wednesday morning. If we can coordinate with Paul, we'll caravan with him. And then if you're around, we can meet up somewhere on the highway, or you can come by or whatever. So let's coordinate that if we can. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But but we've got the VIP tickets, which gets us in Wednesday at 3, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got a camper ticket. It's a camper. I can't remember because their tickets are so weird. Do I need? Yeah. What do I need to get my truck?
That's it.
Because it's not an
RV.
RV.
Camping ticket.
You need a camping ticket, yeah.
Okay.
You need a camping ticket and a ticket to the show.
Yep. Same thing that you had in the past year.
Right.
Years past.
Yeah, and get the VIP, because the regular camping ticket gets you in at like noon on Thursday. The VIP gets you in at like 5 or 3 or 5, whatever time it is, Wednesday, almost a day earlier. So
understood.
We're gonna try to snag that same campsite again, and then go from there. But so that's the thing. And I have an awning for my truck, and I want to try to get it installed before then. The weather's been nice here for the last few days, and it's supposed to be nice all week this week. It's going to cool off a little bit, actually. It was in the 80s, 90s today and yesterday, and it's going to cool down to like the 70s or something in a couple days, which is still great weather. And I've got a bunch of work I want to do to my truck that I've been waiting for the weather to get warmer to do. And one of those things is putting on an awning. I've got some lights I want to put on. I've got 2 new mirrors to install. I've got a few things to do. So if I can get my awning installed this year, before the Moore Expo, I want to try to do that.
Are you going to glue down your stick shift knob thing that always rattles?
Maybe. Maybe. I bought a brand new one. It doesn't fit right. It's supposed to. I bought a brand new one from LMC Truck, and it doesn't fit right. So
what was it? The same shape as what they put on top of Joe Brett's ATOS?
Negative. It was not. It was an actual shifter knob. So, but anyway,
I've got to move a schedule. So currently, I can't go till Thursday because of my schedule. So as long as I can move that trip for the week before, then I'll be good to go Wednesday.
Okay. All right. Well, just either way, just let us know. I mean, if you're gonna try to get there Wednesday anyway, we might as well caravan together because we're so close.
I'd go when you guys are. Yeah, I'd go along with you guys.
Yeah.
The only thing that I kind of it's weird, unlike other expos or handfests and other things I go to, is the camping ticket does not include the price of going to the show, because you got to buy those separately.
I mean, is that weird though? I don't think it's weird.
Everything else, if you buy like the to camp or stay on the grounds, you get the show ticket.
No, you don't.
Because it's not
in Orlando, not in Hamcation or Hamvention. You don't, because every year they did it to me this year in Hamcation. I get there and they're like, "Well, you don't have any tickets. How are you going to get in the show?" I'm like, "I have a media pass." Oh, because apparently when you buy a ticket, you can buy a ticket the same time you reserve a campsite. They put it all in that packet they give you when you get to the campsite.
All right,
and then
every year, comment back.
Every year
thought
they
it was
comment.
all combined. If you're going to camp, they just roll the camping fee a part of the. You get tickets.
That's probably happened at some point in the past at some show. Who knows? But it does not happen at Hamcation or Hamvention. You got to buy, and of course we don't notice it because we don't actually buy tickets. We have media passes, right? That they generally compass, which I don't know. I was gonna actually try to apply for one of those at Moore Expo this year, and I just now remembered about it, so I might try to do that. But it's not. Also the Northology or whoever it was, it's kind of a separate company that runs the campsite as opposed to the company that runs the show. Just like in Hamcation, it's North Central Fairgrounds that you're renting the campsite from, but it's Hamcation that you're buying tickets from to get into the show. So it's kind of like that kind of thing.
I have a question. Go ahead. No, you go ahead, Frank.
If it's on the same ticket topic, go ahead. I was going to change it.
I'm looking at the ticket page, the tickets page, and I looked at. And this year I don't know if they had before. This year they gave. It's in the passes for the iPhone. So I have April 25th to 26th, general admission, parking included. So do I need the? What does the? So do I need the VIP for 60 and the camping for 150?
The general admission parking is if you were not camping there and you were coming on site every day to park in the general parking lot.
Right.
Yep.
So I need the VIP for the extra 60. And I'm not complaining. I'm just saying.
You're just trying to get the tickets right.
Right. I just want to get them right. So I need the VIP for 60 and also the open camping for 150.
Yep.
Okay.
Bill, I think you might be looking at last year's list because it's actually April 17th and 18th this year. Does it say 2025 on that page you're looking at? You said the 25th and 26th.
It says 2025, but I know I bought tickets for this year.
Okay.
You might check your email.
That's
where I'm going right now.
Because it was they had a sale on the tickets. I think before at the end of 2025. It was before January 1st, I believe. And we were talking about it in Discord saying, hey, there's a sale on the tickets right now. It was like, I don't know, $20 off or whatever it was.
Yep.
So I know most of us bought the tickets at that point in time. But yeah, here's the link to go get tickets right here.
with the RV, it's another $75.
Yeah, that's because it has full hookups.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or at least, well, water and electricity at least.
So I have.
So,
wait a second. Did I buy? I wonder if I was. Okay, I'll figure it out.
Okay.
No.
A question.
I wonder if I bought 2025 tickets again.
I don't think I'd let you.
I think they turn that off after a certain point.
Okay.
Check your dates in the email.
I was sure I bought tickets, but I can buy them now.
Yeah.
Kyle has a good question. What is he grilling for the weekend?
I think his question is, what's on the menu? So in other words, he's passing the buck. Like he doesn't want to be the cook guy anymore.
Well, he doesn't mind cooking. I think he wants help designing the menu.
We could do that. That's not a problem. And I'll bring
fajitas are easy. Chicken fajitas.
Yeah. Kyle makes a mean smash burger. His smash burgers are quite good.
Fantastic.
Kyle is wicked in the galley, no doubt.
I can
Don't
bring
forget
breakfast
his
stuff
sous
again.
chef.
I like
Chef.
I can is Bill running Windows 95? Izzo asks. I don't know.
Why? What's wrong?
I don't know.
Is it? You guys see me as something crazy?
Yeah. No, you're fine. It's just Izzo picking at you.
I think Izzo was asking because he needs some help for his Windows 95 installation.
Oh, that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
I can bring brisket this year that's not been pre-frozen.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Maybe it'll be better than last year's. I'll try to smoke up a new one.
My wife and I I was telling her, I was like, we need to find, because I like eating at Chipotle, but I don't like eating at Chipotle because their food's just way expensive. They call it a chicken burrito. It's really a rice burrito with a bunch of beans and a little bit of chicken added at the end. So I'm like, we should figure out how to make that adobo chicken. And she found a freaking recipe online somewhere about how to make that chicken. So we went and bought 2 chicken breasts. She got all this stuff and put it in a Ziploc bag and marinated it overnight. Took it out the next day. We put it on the Blackstone, and I cooked it up, and she chopped it up, and we made a burrito bowl out of it. And I'll be darned if that didn't taste like a freaking Chipotle bowl. It was fantastic. So she's like, let's do that again. I'm like, heck yeah, let's do that again. So I can figure out that recipe, and she's got it somewhere. But I can figure that out, and we can bring some chicken to...
Bring the chicken marinade until you cook it and throw it on the grill.
Yeah. Right. Well, I just put it in a Ziploc bag and throw it in the fridge right next to your beans. That's what we're going to do with the beans.
But bring it raw so it's marinade as you're traveling up there and then cook it on the Blackstone.
Yeah. So, Dave, KE6GAE, the Hillbilly Ham, he said earlier in the chat he's going to set up a GMRS repeater at Moore Expo this year. And I asked him to send me the info, and he says he just sent it to me in Discord. I don't keep Discord open while I'm streaming, Dave, but thank you very much. I will look at that. So we'll get all that information up, and you guys can program some GMRS radios between now and then. We'll use that GMRS repeater while we're out there. It'd be fun.
Can I use a Bofang to...
I don't care.
Okay.
I mean, apparently somewhere out there, there's some sad hams that don't like you using non-GMRS radios on GMRS frequencies and repeaters. Apparently that's a thing if you believe the internet. I don't know why anyone would
tell the difference.
I don't know why anyone would care. Like, why would a ham radio operator care how you talk on GMRS? I don't get that, but apparently that's a thing somewhere.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah. Mesh nodes will absolutely be there.
Yes.
We'll have we'll have Mesh Tastic, which we've had for the last 2 or 3 years, and I'll probably bring my Mesh Core as well.
I'd like to see a Mesh Core, whatever router it is,
a repeater,
kind of centralized repeater right in the middle of the fairgrounds, and see how that works.
We can
we can make that happen.
We can make that happen. We'll have to figure out how to deploy I mean, I could bring my 50-foot mast, and if we can figure out a way to tie it down or tie it to something, we can put that up on a mast. I don't want to put it up 50 feet. It's probably too windy for it, and especially next to the power. You got to be careful next to the power lines. True, but
there's a lot of trees up there. Throw a rope in the tree. And
that's true.
Heist it up.
Maybe. Depends on which node you get. You know, one of those lighter weight nodes.
Strap it up to one of these poles.
You could do that too, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be really high.
No, it just really kind of needs to be over the top level of all the campers, right?
Yeah.
So
I'd be happy.
At like my highest point, it'd probably be fine.
Robert just reaches up and puts it on top of the building.
Robert, we're just going to need you to stand there for the weekend and hold up the mesh core node. So
I was just looking. We were talking about buying tickets in early birds. I bought my tickets for this year, November 30th.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, November as well. Bill, I put the email address in our chat.
I just
if
bought
you want to see who it's coming from.
No, you know what? I must have lost my mind. But anyway, I have my tickets now. I have the 3, so it's 3 tickets we need. One of 3. I have 3 tickets. You need the admission. The admission, the camping, and the VIP are separate.
It's a VIP ticket. So
right.
VIP counts as the admission.
It's VIP camping.
There's 2 different types of tickets, regular and VIP. We all have the VIP. That's what gets us in on Wednesday, and then you have to buy a ticket to the show.
Right, so that's 3. You've got to go.
No. Well, the VIP is just an upgrade to your regular ticket. You get a ticket that's VIP, which is an extra cost, and then you get a ticket to the show.
And so then the camping is extra.
No, the VIP is the camping.
Oh, I paid too
much. The VIP is the camping.
The VIP?
Yeah, okay.
No, he's right. The VIP is the parking and admission. Camping is separate.
So it's 3.
No. The VIP is both a parking space or whatever and your admission. Then your camping is the separate ticket.
Is it? Okay. I was okay.
Let me go back to tickets.
I thought the VIP was an upgrade to your camping ticket because it gets you into the campsite a day early.
Right. No, I'm looking at it now. If you do general admission, you get the parking and the admission. If you do VIP admission, then you are getting in early and past all the whatever parties and stuff's going on.
And pre-camp access, but
yes,
but that's for the extra day.
Yeah.
Then you need
you're paying $20 more for the VIP.
So I need the VIP for the 60 and the camping for 150.
Yes.
And I paid too much, so I'll get a refund for my 40.
There you go.
Okay. Good.
Okay. All right. But I'm set. I have it.
Yeah.
Woot.
Yeah. Good.
Woot.
Good. All right. So
now Israel can make fun of me for that.
Bill, we would not make fun of you.
I don't know why I do.
No, I don't know.
Not in front of you, at least.
There you go. Well, that's just polite.
Yeah, of course.
But okay, so the Hillbilly Ham Dave, he's like, their trailer is completely done now, the one they had out there last year, and they have an APRS digipeater in it, which is cool.
Nice.
So I have an APRS iGate in my truck now that stays there full time, and I am planning on a couple of deployment videos just to kind of show it off soon. May or may not have that done before that. Maybe I'll try to do it during that show, but we'll see. But I also have a digipeater that I carry with me in a bag, so it'll be interesting to see if we can get into your digipeater. Assuming, Dave, you set up that trailer in the same place it was last year, and we're camping in the same spot. It's almost like on opposite ends of the property. But I mean, that should be. I mean, it's 2 meters. It should go a whole lot farther than that, unless your antenna's underneath a tinfoil hat or something. But yeah, that'll be. I'll have fun playing with that and see if we can get digipeated by y'all's stuff. That'll be fun.
And I'll have my digipeater in my truck. I've got the iGate Mini.
Oh, well, that's the one I've got. Yeah, mine's an iGate and a digipeater because I have mine hooked to my internet, my hotspot in the truck.
Yeah,
I need to set up a mobile hotspot.
I got that hotspot that Josh had at Hamcation, which is on that Calyx thing that Bill's had for a long time.
Which one is it? Do you remember the name?
Calyx.
Calyx is the service, yeah. But that hotspot that Josh had at Hamcation is a new 5G hotspot. And I got that, and it's working pretty well, I think. I haven't had much trouble with it. So
yeah, it's APRS or
no, this is an internet hotspot.
Okay.
Internet hotspot.
T-Mobile 5G.
Yeah.
I still need to set
I've
up
been
a
with them
mobile
for a
All-Star.
while, and maybe people don't know about it. So they offer you the device, and if you don't have a 5G hotspot device, then and you want 5G, then go for that. But if they also offer, they got a new system called Sprout, in which they only offer you the SIM card and you can put it in your device. They used to have a restriction against taking their SIM card and putting it in any other device. Now they allow you to take the Sprout, their SIM card, and put it into a device, and that's what I've been doing with the GLI nets. So
I thought that was their original thing, was just selling a SIM card with data service.
No, the original thing was selling the device for the first year, like you got, and then a reduced yearly cost.
Right, but they didn't used to have a 5G device before this one.
That is new.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that the 5G device is something new.
Yeah.
And like I said, I have two of them. I have a backup for the trailer and a mobile in the truck. Mm-hmm. And first of all, T-Mobile it's always been a roaming system. So they've got tons of towers everywhere. So the service is always really good. It's not perfect, but it's really good. So I've never had a problem with them.
Good. Excellent. Okay. Well, we'll have plenty of toys at the show, between APRS, internet gateways, MeshCore, Meshtastic,
All-Star,
All-Star. Yeah. So everyone be on All-Star during the drive.
Yes.
And 43136.
43136. Yep. Everyone be on All-Star during the drive, because I know if Bill, if you hook up with us and we caravan, then great. Paul, same thing with you. If not, and I know Tim will be on. Tim's coming from another state, so yeah, everyone be on All-Star. Kyle's got his All-Star in the truck now. Kyle, I know you're listening to me, so make it happen.
I'm 6 hours too, like you guys away, so I'll be on All-Star all day long. Paul, was that you mentioned that you still had to do your node? Is that what you were talking about? You're muted.
Sorry, I was muted. I was coughing. I still need to set up my node, and I had Freddie Mac on a while back, and I've forgotten which one it was, but I need to set up an All-Star node mobile. So I don't know what you use, Jason. I can't remember. I know you guys have all talked about it, but I need to set one up.
Well,
go ahead, Jason.
Well, I mean, I've used a couple of different ones, but the one I currently have now is that the ham radio, hotspot radio. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Hotspot radio USB.
It's like a little Pi Zero or something, the small one.
No, it's just a board with a USB plug on it that plugs into your Pi. So you run a Pi separately.
Okay, gotcha.
And Jason introduced me to the kits for hams. So
yeah,
they've got a couple.
The Sherry Pi hat from Kits for Hams is probably one of the more popular ones.
Because I have
they've got a couple of models.
Yeah.
I currently use the Sherry Pi hat, but I always have to access through the IP address and all that to change anything, right? On the Raspberry Pi. Are they all that way? There's nothing that's like automatic or easier than that?
Well, say the question again.
Like when I travel, I have to change the Wi-Fi, right? On my Sherry Pi hat and the Raspberry Pi.
You can set it up
on the Raspberry Pi. You do, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. But you can save multiple SSIDs in the Pi so that it just grabs the one that's closest to you. But
that's what I'll do.
Yeah,
I've got the Sherry Pi hat. Then I'll just do that.
So this is what I've got, and this is a Retevis 85 attached to an All-Star node here, and then I just plug it in. I could plug it into a Raspberry Pi, or I actually have a 12-volt mini PC, and I'll run that off a 12-volt battery instead of trying to use a buck converter to step it down to 5 volts for a Raspberry Pi.
Okay. All right. I've got the setup. I just need to set up my phone hotspot is all, and add it to the Pi.
Yeah. You can do it that way too.
So that's right. I connect to mine in the house, and have it then, because the way it works, if you do it through the cockpit or whatever they call it, you put the SSID in for your phone's hotspot and the password, and just save it. And then I go and I disconnect mine from my home wireless and force it to go to my hotspot, and then I can go in and manage it that way.
Yeah.
Now, when I leave from here, it's not a big deal. I don't have that connectivity to the house.
All right.
Right.
Easy enough.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, hopefully, Paul, you'll be caravanning with this.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. I can. It's easy for me to get rid of my schedule, my trip. I call it trips. It's a trip to Japan, my work trip, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
But then I've got to make that time up. So
gotcha.
I don't always just drop trips to do what I want, because I've got to make sure I make that time up on other weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
I got to pay for all these things, especially someone's gigaparts
sale,
live streams.
Hey now,
hey, you've got 3 months to pay it off till we do the next one. So
I was reserved this time. I'm okay with this time.
I spent too much. I spent too much.
I didn't spend anything. I watched on a screen so small that I couldn't see.
Paul, the
you
question
psyched
is,
yourself out, Bill.
Paul, the question is, you're good this time. Was Mrs. Prep and Paul good with this time?
Yeah,
okay.
right.
She doesn't know.
Yeah. Okay, she didn't. No,
you can't hear me behind the green screen, or maybe she can. I'm not sure.
We're gonna see a shoe fly at your head.
Yeah, you're gonna see the green screen envelope my face. No, I was good. I actually bought a couple of those bazooka antennas, so I'm excited. The single band 40.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna set those up and see how they are on NVIS.
That's cool. That's good. Okay.
I did buy the N7600.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, and
nice.
so what I want to do with it is put it in the truck and have it do APRS.
Right.
And then
nice.
keep both of my bands open, A band, B band open on the 400 to do voice stuff.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
so
and you can take that tablet you got and Hemcation run APRS Droid on it to Bluetooth to the 7600.
Yes.
So yeah, that's an APRS Droid is easy to use to send messages back and forth. So that's a great. I was going to put something like that together for my truck, and I still might. I haven't decided 100% yet, but I've got an N70. I've got my old N7500 with the updated firmware in an arm lock cage in a bag with a Edfong roll-up J-pole antenna and I think a Denko battery, and I'm going to put one of my POTA 20 masts in. I think I have it with it right now, but that's my deployable digipeater, so I can take it out somewhere and put up the Edfong J-pole. Actually, I might change to a Faraday antenna and have a 2-meter APRS iGate running APRS Droid, or not iGate, digipeater running APRS Droid at a campsite. That's what I want to do with it. So I might try to do that at more just for the sake of doing it and make a video about it, but I'm not sure. But that's a good. The 7600 is a fantastic rig to do what you're talking about, Tim.
Because now that we're doing monitor 5.2 while we're driving, but also, and people frown on us using 5.2 for the Allstar node.
Don't use 5.2 for Allstar.
That's what I'm saying, right? So I need to keep both bands open.
Why not?
Yeah.
I mean,
no.
Now you're just being combative.
Give me one good reason why not.
There's so many other frequencies.
Give me a good reason why not.
Because if 5.2 is mostly meant to, make that contact and move over. We talk on 5.2 as we travel because we're not going to be there as that long on 5.2 as we drive by your neighborhood or on the freeway. But just putting APRS, Allstar on 5.2, once we get there, it's going to be nonstop people. Is Jason there? KC5HWB. Jason, are you there? Just random people.
And how
checking
many times have you made a contact on 6.52 while driving, Frank?
I made one yesterday.
Okay. All right. All we ever hear. Okay, here's my theory. I'm not joking. I'm done joking. I'm kind of joking right now. So I'm going to finish joking, and now I'm being serious. Okay. No, you shouldn't run Allstar on 6.52. However, 6.52 should be lit up all the time with people calling on it, and it's not. Yeah. So in order to revive 6.52, I wouldn't have a huge problem with someone running Allstar on it. And if we cross the bridge of, now there's too much activity on 6. What an awesome problem to have. I would love to have that problem. where people say, hell, well, no, there's too much activity out here on 6.52. You can't put Allstar. Okay, I'll move it then. Thank you for using 6.52.
Yeah.
So let's create a problem that we have to solve.
We did a POTA activation last year on 5.2 at Hamcation. We went to that park just around the corner, and
that happens every year at Huntsville.
95% of the people, maybe 99% of the people, were perfectly fine with it. If there was traffic, we stopped. And then, of course, there's that 1 or 2 or 3 people that would, throw a little fit. But whatever.
Weren't they doing activations at Huntsville last year on 5.2? Everyone just stood up like, is that what they did?
Yeah. There's an active group on 6.52. And in the Huntsville area, there's an active group, and they're on there like every day on 6.52. So it's one of the few areas in the country where 6.52 actually gets used. But
they're active on 1.25 down there too.
Yeah. Well, we did an activation on 1.25 just because we could, but it's it's one of those where we activated on 6.52, and they kind of expect it during Hamfest weekend. But those guys will talk to you, and they're like, "Oh yeah, come on in there." And then, but it's like if you activate on 6.52, you get 10 contacts, you make a log, and you're done. Maybe 12. You're not going to sit there and make 150 contacts on 6.52. I mean,
I've been known to jump on the repeater or 5.2 and ask people to come over to my frequency that I was activating on. Back when the solar cycle was low and I couldn't get 10, and they did. People answered, and Arizona has a population that a group that stays on 5.2, and there's an active group in the Phoenix area. 5.2, and then they have their own POTA soda channel.
Yeah.
4.4.10, I think it is, something like that.
Yep.
I have it programmed in my radio. But I've called out and gotten help for POTA anyway.
It's a good idea.
Ultimately, I don't care what they use it for, as long as you're not, just be a good ham and not interrupting other people kind of a thing.
Yeah. Yep. Agreed. No, but I mean, realistically, you shouldn't do Allstar on 6.52. But if you're using it for purposes of creating traffic on the channel that should already have a bunch of traffic, then I wouldn't have a huge problem with it. But yeah.
But you're right. I've had mine on since, is it Mike that started the 5.2 or challenge, or whoever started that challenge? I started leaving one of my bands on the 5.2, and I never hear anybody.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm on it. I've got it in my truck when I drive it around town. I've got one side of one radio on 6.52, and I was hearing activity yesterday, but it was way in the background. I mean, it was way out there because it was breaking my squelch, and I could hear mostly static, and every now and then you kind of hear a syllable come through. So I'm like, hey, they're using it. They're not close to me, but they're using it, so that wasn't bad.
I honestly want more people to use their local repeaters too. That has been a gripe with mine since like 3 years ago. We're getting all back driving to work, but no one's jumping on the repeaters again. I'm calling out CQ or just throwing my call sign since the repeater, and no one's coming back to me. Now, for the last 3 months, Sapphire's radio has been down, and she's about to get it fixed, hopefully here next month. And I can't wait to get back on there. And I want some repeater activity. I want to say hello to people as I'm driving.
Sure. Yeah.
Do you think that's because they found other things to do to entertain themselves instead of listening to the ham radio or using the ham radio because everybody was not driving to work anymore?
I think it's a sign you need your Forerunner. Start over.
Right?
I've heard people talk about that, how before COVID, such and such repeater was really alive. And I kind of find that interesting because once I had returned to work, I'd go back to what I already knew, and I would jump on the repeater and holler out. But my experience when I was a tech, I think, I'm not sure where I was at the time. I never felt welcome. Maybe that was just me being new, or was it the flavor of the conversation or the way that I was greeted? I was never greeted rudely, but I don't remember.
Clicky.
That's the word I would use. And I was never greeted as openly as I'm greeted, or I feel we all greet people on Allstar. So when we go, that's kind of my repeater now. I just had a long conversation with, I think I forgot already, but that's just my age. An ex-engineer or something like that, and coming from work the other night. So when I jump in the truck, either to go to or come from work, I just throw on Allstar. I don't even try the repeaters.
Yeah. Well,
Allstar has a good place, especially when you're traveling in between cities or you're out in the rural area. It's great in the car, but if you're in the local cities, hit your repeaters too. And if no one's coming back to you, great, get on Allstar, because that's what we want to do. We want to use our radios.
You're right, Frank.
I do both. I do both.
Yeah, I just don't. I should, but I don't. So I'm part of the problem.
We all are, and that's what we talk about, to better ourselves and to hopefully in fact change over time.
Yeah.
Sounds like we need to put our All-Star nodes on the local repeaters.
I tell you what, and I'm going to make a video about this. I've kind of outlined some notes to myself to make a video about this, but, well, to make a video about repeaters again, and this is one part of it, I should say. So here's what my challenge is going to be to people, okay? Find, and there's a good repeater here, the Hurst repeater, Frank.
Yes.
Although I don't know if I'd want that on full time, because there's actually a lot of activity on that repeater in the afternoons during the week.
That is one of the solid repeaters where a group of retired gentlemen at 4 o'clock get on and talk notoriously
for about 2 hours. Yeah.
Well, I haven't heard them in a while, but usually at 5 o'clock they stop and be like, "All right, it's up to the drive time."
They used to go like 3 to 5, but
I
mean the times kind of vary.
But
they used to have Echolink on the Euless repeater. And if they ever put Echolink back on the Euless repeater, I'll pipe it into the system. But here's what I'm trying to say, okay? There's a really good repeater in Huntsville, Alabama, that when I was out there last time, I keyed it up and I said, "Hey, is anyone monitoring this repeater?" And no one came back to me, so I was like, and I hooked it into my system. And then I heard someone talking on it like later that day, and it was 2 or 3 local hams in Huntsville, and they were coming across Allstar. So find an Allstar repeater in your area, some repeater that has Allstar hooked to it. I'm working on getting one put in Grapevine, and connect it to my hub. Unless it's got a lot of activity on its own, we don't want to interfere with anybody, okay? But if you have an Allstar repeater or even an Echolink repeater that is near you somewhere, and it doesn't get much activity, connect it to 43136, and let's get some activity lit up on it. And you can disconnect. People come by and say, "Well, we wanted to use disconnect it." It's fine. You can connect and reconnect however often you want to. It's fine. But so that's gonna be a new challenge I put down soon. Is like, okay, you got dead repeaters in your area, good. You got internet on them, Allstar, Echolink, connect to us. Let's get some activity going.
Now, one thing interesting that the Hearst Club does, when they had it on Allstar, they were running Arden to pipe the internet to it because there was no internet hookup at the water tower that they were on top of.
Right.
So they had that backboned over Arden, which was so cool.
I believe that's still the case. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's still how they do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's that's a way to do it. All right, guys, we've been going an hour, and we've talked about Moore Expo, but a lot of other things. Hey, Mike, KE9DSK sent 1 membership, and Doc Adams got it. So thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
You can send a single membership?
I guess you can send. Yeah, you can send like 1, 5, 10. Yeah, you can do 1.
Oh,
so
cool.
Yeah. I have one more question, though. I just realized it's on my tab. It popped up.
Go ahead.
And it pertains to Moore Expo.
Okay.
Because you guys were talking about heaters, and then I lost track and was going to ask if you guys have used that Mr. Heater, those little Mr. Buddy heaters or whatever those are. If they're good.
Oh, yeah. The Buddy
last year.
Yeah.
Is that what you had?
Small one that you screw the green tank into?
Yeah.
Is that what Izzo notoriously uses?
Yeah. Only.
Oh, is that what Izzo uses?
I think that's what Izzo uses, but I use that every year in my hunting stand.
Okay. Yeah.
I've had one for 5 or 6 years, maybe longer than that.
It says indoor, but it's running on propane, so I just don't get how that works.
It has an oxygen sensor in it, and if it gets down, the oxygen level gets down too low, it'll shut itself down.
So it does have
also
some
a
type of an
tip-over
emission.
sensor.
Yeah.
Yeah, tip over. And
Yeah, it's got a tip over sensor too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was more concerned about the emission of using propane inside of a tent without ventilation.
Burns clean.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
No,
gazelles breathe. Gazelles breathe.
Right, yeah, gazelle. Yeah, my gazelle tent's all netting on top. Now I have a rainfly cover over it, but it's not airtight. Like there's the rainfly, the tent is like this, and the rainfly's like this. So if it rains, it runs what? But there's like open air coming into and going out of my tent.
All right.
You know, so it's not.
And most of the
really
heat is going out the top. That's open, like he just said,
Right.
with netting, but it'll still run you out of that tent.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It'll run you out.
It would be on the YL side of the tent because I don't need a heater. I don't care how cold it's been.
Well,
I remember camping as a scout in northern Idaho. We'd do the mylar emergency blanket with a heated up rock in our bellies, and we did campouts like that.
Yeah.
So I don't mind cold.
Yep.
That's crazy talk.
So
it melted the
that
zipper
heater
on my jacket. The rock was so hot.
Oh, talking about jackets, Jason, don't you have a electric jacket?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay,
well,
thanks.
a vest. I have an electric vest.
Milwaukee?
No, it's some Chinese Amazon brand. I don't know, but it's got. I've got two of them actually. A company sent me one. I actually made a video and put it on the channel like 3 years ago, and then they sent me the updated version. Which, the first one you turn it on and it turned on front and back at the same time. The second one had a separate front and back button. And they're great. I wear them in the deer stand every year. They're awesome. It runs on a little USB-A power charger pack, so they're great.
A lot of these guys use buddy heater.
When it's buddy heaters are popular.
Yeah, they're popular. Okay. They're good. That's why.
That's what Bill borrowed from me.
And Bill bought one for himself the next time. Yeah.
So I also have for mine, I can take the green bottles, but I've got the adapter and the hose. And I could tie that into a standard propane bottle.
That's what I have on my grill.
I bought 2 green bottles and ended up giving them to maybe Jason or somebody, whoever was there.
Yeah.
Because I didn't use them all.
I think I have them. I think I ended up.
What did I give them to?
I thought you gave them to me.
I might have given them to you, but
it don't matter.
It doesn't matter. But the point was, I didn't even use them all.
Now the problem with the green bottles is they're not refillable nicely.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can't take them to a propane paste and be like, refill this
you buy a little adapter off of. I got mine off of Temu, but they're on Amazon or anywhere. And then you connect it to your 20-pound bottle, and then you turn your 20-pound bottle upside. You got to turn your 20-pound bottle upside down, and it refills the 1-pound bottle. So yeah, you could totally do that. I've done it once, but I can't. The problem is that we use those green bottles at the hunting lease, and then somehow they get used for target practice. There might
know why.
There might be bourbon involved in some of those cases. I don't remember.
Might be.
But
Frank's point is you can't take them to a commercial place and have them refilled.
No, you can't. No, you can't do it commercially. But there are adapters you can do from your 20, and you can refill 20 of those little green bottles from one 20-pound, regular size propane bottle. So, but yeah. Works out well. All right. Well, I got the fire ring. I've got the 10-pound propane bottle connected to my truck, and I'll bring a 20-pound also because I'm probably going to bring my Blackstone, and I'll bring the gazebo as well. I think I'm going to try to camp in my rooftop tent this year and not bring my gazelle.
Oh.
Like I'll bring the gazebo, but not my T3 that I usually sleep in. Because I did a camping trip with Agape like last month, I think it was. That's where I used that diesel heater. And I used my rooftop tent for like the 3rd time ever. And I'm like, man, why don't I use this thing more? I really enjoy using that thing. So I think I'm going to do the rooftop tent this time and have the little annex thing that goes on the bottom of the rooftop tent. When you fold it out over the truck, it has this big annex thing. And you could fit like 2 full-size cots inside of that annex. It's pretty large.
So what Jason is saying quietly is he's not going to be the one that drives to the POTA.
Right.
Well, I should have my truck this time. I'll be using a ground-mounted tent.
Well, here's the thing. Last year, I used the Gazelle tent, and I did not drive. Once I got there, I parked the truck. I didn't move it. And I'm like, why didn't I use my freaking rooftop tent? So I want to try to use it this year.
He's going to leave us all Gazelle people on the ground as barefoot.
Yeah.
As long as we don't go to the Chinese restaurant, I'm fine.
Probably raccoon food. Hey.
Raccoon food.
The setup you're talking about is the setup I've always envisioned I wanted as I build out my truck. I want the truck. I want the tent top. I want the frame on the back. I want all that.
Okay. Well, you'll get to see it this year.
Eventually.
Yeah.
The one thing I love about how we do Moore Expo is the gazelle compound that we have.
Yeah.
It's like gazelle, Tim's gazelle that is like 2 gazelles.
Tim's fake gazelle. It looks just like a gazelle, but it's like Amazon.
No, it's a true gazelle.
That's the gazebo.
That's the gazebo. That's right.
I have 2 gazelle tents. I've got one of the T3s pluses and then the T4 plus.
The center of it is Rod Mahal with the very tall tent sticking out.
So mine's named after an animal, but it's not gazelle. It's going to be a camel.
You have a T3
I think
plus?
No, T3 Overland. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
because they have one that's a T3 plus now that has the second room on it. That's probably the next one I'm going to buy.
Well, I tell you, so I got the T4 plus, which has got the second room. Unless I've got everybody with me, I've not really been. It's a lot of tent to deal with.
Does it take? Does it still pop up quickly?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it just the very end of it is open, so you don't have the frame on the very end, so you can walk in and out.
Right.
But
it's a great storage place. It's a reason to bring more crap. So maybe I don't need it because you can store all your stuff in one room and sleep in the other room. So
right. So like at Monsanto, I bring the gazelle or the gazebo, and I'll put the refrigerator and all that stuff in there.
Yeah.
And have a place if it rains to get out from underneath the rain, and then the tent's just the tent.
Speaking of Monsanto, does anybody have any openings or have they heard of any openings?
No. Did you not book anything last year, Bill?
My spot was snatched before I got a chance.
I remember that, but like there were other spots open that weekend, so you didn't grab another one?
I didn't grab another one.
Okay.
I'll sleep on the ground if I got to. Whatever.
Do you need an RV spot?
We'll make it work.
Yeah, what are you looking for, Bill?
Place to stay.
He's had an RV spot in the past. He brings the Green Monster out there.
I know he's had the green ham machine there, but I wasn't sure if that's what he was trying to do this year.
You know what? I'm open. I'm not bent either way. It should be in better traveling shape. And I came last year, so. But whatever. I'm not choosy.
I've got one of those remote sites, and I'm not going to stay overnight. So if you need a place to put a tent or park, I'll have a spot for some people.
We will chat.
Yeah.
When you say remote sites, you mean in the primitive?
Primitive sites, yeah, that's the word.
Primitive sites, yeah.
That's where Mike stays.
Out there with the K8MRDs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I need. I just need a place to park and maybe do POTA or something.
Just be careful. Mike will stumble across anything and try to drink it at night.
Yep. Okay, guys, let's wrap this up. Thank you for joining last minute. I'll get with Chris at some point in time this week. Hopefully, he'll reply to my email tomorrow and let me know. But
a late $10 super chat.
Thank you for the super chat, Christopher. Says my favorite YouTube channel. Well, you don't get out much, do you?
And all these guys.
But thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. But yeah, Moore Expo, April 17th and 18th. If you're in the area or want to be in the area or it's not too inconvenient to get to the area, I do recommend it. We're getting there on Wednesday with the VIP tickets. A lot of people get there on Thursday. If you don't want to camp, you can just kind of hang out, get a hotel room or something, but come and camp. It's much more fun that way. So
it is fun.
But
it's like larceny. It's so much fun. It's criminal larceny.
Yeah, larceny. It is larceny. Yeah, that is true.
Or old old Ezra committed some larceny.
Ezra, yeah, that's right.
Old Ezra committed some larceny.
Yep. So, okay, guys. Yeah. Well, thanks once again for jumping on last minute notice, and we'll talk this week. Everyone have a good week.
Yeah.
And here's hoping to good weather for Moore Expo in April. So,
cheers.
73, guys.
73s.
Later.